Let me go over the stuff, the things they did. They did the ballot position. Comments were 1, 2, 3. 2 years in a row, there was 5 people running, right? Is anything going on? Again, can you prove it? All I know, there was more than 5 pieces of paper in there that they picked out. I'm trying to figure this out. I could go into this in detail, which I did. Second thing is, when they had the meet the candidates night, it was school board members in there and the superintendent, and there was maybe one other person in there, and you don't know who's asking the questions, and we know that it was probably the school board members asking the questions. And then this year, anyways, I got these results right before the election. It took them like almost a year to give me the results. If you file for any election, this election is run under the Department of Education in New York State. The other ones are not. Your general elections are not. But when you sue them in court, it takes over a year, and so the next election is coming real quick. The law is too slow, is what I'm trying to say. And it's too expensive, and you need too many lawyers. So anyways, when they had this, you're on their videotaping, and they're asking me and the other board members questions, the board members that are running for election. You don't know who's asking the questions. And what they did this year, they had somebody in there, and I know that he actually told me this, that he didn't live in the district, and he asked some questions. And they were asking me questions at the end, and not the other candidates. They wanted to know where I worked and how long I worked there and what do I know about education. They didn't ask the other people that. And then they asked the other woman that was a teacher that I believe had union support in previous elections. And I think this was a gift, this question. Probably, I think, by the other board members. It says, how does being a teacher in another district help you being on the board in this district? And she answered it real well. I talk a lot of substance when I talk, and some of these other ones are just talking, well, I'm running because I want to keep the marching band running. I'm running because I have kids in the school. Yeah, when your kids graduate, you don't give a damn about the school district, right? Now, they wouldn't let us watch the votes. We had to watch across the room this time. I want to know, when people vote, they vote for the budget, right? And then they vote for a candidate. You're supposed to vote for 3 candidates, but they vote for one candidate or the next 3 candidates or whatever. So anyways, it seems there was a few hundred more votes, I understood, for the candidates than for the budget, which doesn't make any sense. So I'm kind of questioning it, because I've been involved with this stuff for 30 years. I've worked on many campaigns. And another accusation by the newspaper made some accusations, and WLXXI Public TV made some accusations because they're trying to promote this sex changes and this woke garbage in the schools. That like I was against all that stuff, and I was a racist. It's the way these people sound, and they said something about the Republican Party was helping, insinuating the Republican Party was helping me and candidates. Now, I have heard that, and I think Webster, I had heard that they were helping them. But the first thing is, I understood that the Democrats were helping the incumbents, is what I understood. And then as far as the Republican committee helping me, I used to be a Democrat, and I was the head of the Democratic committee. And then I got off it because I didn't like what I saw. I thought it was crooked. And recently I've become a Republican. I'm fairly new. And I can assure you they weren't helping me. If they were, I might have had a chance of winning. So that's another, I believe it's a lie, some of the stuff that the newspaper's saying. Now, I was running against the incumbents, I'm running against the school district, and I'm running against WLXXI, Public TV, and the newspaper here. Basically, they're trying to make their candidates that they're endorsing win. And I think some of these people, they don't have anything to say if you really listen to what they're saying. They're trying to tell us that everything's all right. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Teacher's account of sexual harassment by colleague sparks Eastridge student walkouts. And the woman was being harassed by somebody, and she says that nothing happened for several months. And I don't know, she had nervous problems and blah, 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 and the guy was a creep, and she had to leave the district, and ain't this something? And I think they just covered the stuff up because I worked in a school district, and I can tell you this stuff happens. But all the things that I had, some of the things they sort of changed, but a lot of the stuff I think they're very good at fixing things in their favor for these incumbents. And I believe they want incumbents that are just yes people. I mean, even here, they had story touches nerve with students. They had a walkout because of this. This is what goes on in the schools. This year, also, I had a sign up to get the vote out. It lasted 2 hours and somebody took it. And I called and I got another sign. And I had seen one other sign in my neighborhood, which is another one of my complaints. But the signs seemed like they were all over the district, except for in my neighborhood, which is an old trick, I believe. Then they used my picture. I went in there a few years ago, and they said they wanted to take my picture. They didn't have time, they claim. And I wasn't dressed up, and my hair wasn't right, and blah, blah. I was at a school board meeting. I'm the only few people that goes to the school board meetings. And they took it, and they seemed to be using that picture. Yet there was an incumbent there that looked, her picture, she looked cute, young and cute. And you look at her in person, she's an old lady with gray hair. So how'd she get that picture in there? A picture 20 years old. Because I gave them a picture that was nice, and they claimed they couldn't use it, and they had to take my picture at the school board meeting. So it was another little trick. I didn't complain about that to the state. It was another little trick they did. Every little trick. And the district already got nailed for was it Roy Allen for handing out literature to students about the election, which is illegal. They did get nailed for that.